Welcome back to Hidden Power. This is a Pokemon podcast. Pokemon Worlds is this weekend, and historically, we usually get new information about whatever the new Pokemon game is going to be. The next Pokemon game to expect is Pokemon Legends ZA. Today, we're going to be predicting what new information we could see at Pokemon Worlds 2024. Will there be a Pokemon Presents? Will we get any new information about Pokemon Legends ZA? What other stuff could they announce? We're going to get into all of that today and a lot more. My name is DustyGogoat. I'm also with the LumiosePost.
Hello.
And SoulSilverArt.
What's up?
So there's a lot of questions today, guys. During Pokemon Worlds, the whole community is looking at this tournament, right? Is looking at this event. This is the event that the Pokemon Company, builds up all year round. And while they have the attention of the audience, they typically like to reward us by debuting something new, right? Sometimes it's a new Pokemon. Sometimes it's a new trailer. And we also...
Sometimes it's just a stupid ability.
Sometimes it is a stupid ability.
Pain.
Yeah,
Painful.
for real. We got a... Where is this right here? This is the Play Pokemon Twitter page right here. This is their new co-streaming policy, and this is what I'm excited about.
It's not that new, but yes.
No, this isn't new, but we haven't discussed it. It's about a week old.
Yeah.
No,
I mean the co-streaming policy is basically the same. They just the copy paste.
This has always been their policy for about like a year or two now. They just have now retweeted it with a lovely Azumarill with a flower in it.
It looks so good. That is Azumarill.
And what's nice,
does look like a cute Azumarill.
It is cute. It's very cute art, right? Pokemon. Again, additional context. The Pokemon World Championship 2024 is in Hawaii. All of our best friends and some of your favorite creators are on their way to Hawaii right now. Which is not us. We didn't get
our best friends.
We didn't get sent out to Hawaii. But we're looking at this right here because it does specifically say for official Pokemon Presents and Play Pokemon broadcasts. I don't think this is a hint that we're going to get a Presents. I don't even think we're going to get a Presents. I think what we are going to get is a, during the, what do you call it? The closing ceremony, there, Wolf Glick will be, crowned as the 2024 king or whoever it's going to be, right? And then they're going to say, now check this out. We want you to look at one more thing. And then maybe we'll get a trailer. Here's the thing. What I'm hoping for is Pokemon Legends ZA. That's what I'd love to see. Any sort of trailer regarding that in any capacity. What are your expectations?
Can I just set the stage and say that I have had a triple espresso today, so I will be playing devil's advocate. I'm going to be giving points for points against.
Well, here's the
that.
thing. This isn't good because I've also had 3 espressos today.
Oh boy, it's one of those days where I'm just gonna sit here and quiet while these two just jabber on about whatever they're gonna talk about.
We're supposed to start at 10 o'clock and it's 10:46.
I know.
We have been
Seriously.
full-blown ADHDing it. But no, so I will say they've never done a Presents at Worlds, but I do think about how every time there's like a Nintendo Direct or a Pokemon Presents, they'll stream it at the New York City Nintendo store.
Yeah.
And you'll always see like later that day the live reaction like pop up. How cool would it be if they did do a Presents and like they streamed that Presents at Worlds too? You know what I mean? So it's like that would be just thinking, because I'm trying to think about Worlds is more than just a little video game competition or a TCG competition or anything like that. It's also like it's an experience for these people travel to Hawaii.
It's like a convention. It's the Pokemon convention.
Right. Yes, it's like San Diego Comic-Con.
Totally, yeah.
So they do try to do things that are fun for spectators and stuff like that. Like I think about Yokohama, that was the World's last year. They went hard with it, man. They had the freaking SS Anne was there.
Yeah.
I know.
I mean, it was Japan. It was Japan too.
It was, but like I just say that to say they like to do these things there. So I mean, I don't know. I think it would hit pretty dang hard if they like opening ceremony were like, by the way, because usually with Pokemon Presents we get like a 1 to 2 days heads up.
Yeah.
Closing ceremony would be like 2 to 3 days, and they just, by the way, closing ceremony will be about 5 p.m. Hawaii time or whatever, I don't know. And they go, there will be a Pokemon Presents. It'll be about 20 minutes of Pokemon information. We'll see you there. Let's get into these battle, dude. Like that would
incredible. And
that'd be so hype.
And also, just for the record, just so you guys do know, Hidden Power will be streaming the closing ceremony, and actually leading up to the closing ceremony, we'll be streaming right here on YouTube the final events, the championship battles. I just want to throw that out there.
Ooh, fun.
Ooh.
People might hate that
like
we People might hate that we started with the Pokemon Presents thing here, because a lot of people are like, this doesn't mean anything, which it doesn't really mean.
No, it doesn't.
But, just speculating.
It's literally a copy paste of their last co-streaming policy, so it's just like for any time that there's a Pokemon Presents or broadcast, whatever.
Yeah.
But
what I'm trying to say is I do think we're going to get some sort of information, and what's an easy way to refer to information delivered to us directly from Pokemon? It's a Pokemon Presents, right?
I mean, what Lumi said is true, though. Like, they don't really do presents at Worlds.
No,
so I don't know why people were expecting it. I mean, we were like, if it happens,
I'm expecting
before
news.
Worlds,
I'm expecting
like
some new information.
Okay,
flat out.
Yeah,
but they typically give information because obviously, like, it's VGC, so they typically give information revolving around VGC. And Legends typically don't, and if we're gonna listen to Koo, who I know he's wrong all the time or whatever people think. I don't think that, but that's what people say. So take it with a grain of salt. But Koo says Legends EA will not have a competitive circuit, just like Legends Arceus, which is why I believe that, because Legends didn't.
I mean, yeah.
And the last time we had a game that had a Worlds that year that wasn't a competitive game was Let's Go, and they did not give information for Let's Go at Worlds.
Yeah, well,
interesting.
What were they going to say at Worlds? I mean, about Let's Go anyway.
That is true. That is true. I mean, you
can say that about Legends EA.
You can debut Melmetal's signature move and stuff.
So assuming, So I mean, I think that's a pretty good argument, Lumi. So what do you think they could give if we don't get information about Legends EA? What in the current what are your predictions? What in Scarlet and Violet could they give us that would be sufficient or exciting in any capacity?
I mean,
to a broader audience.
Well, they do. They
wait. Pause. Should we tell the audience, just to prove why we're talking about this, what they've revealed in the past? Because the new Pokemon like Crab Brawler have been debuted at Pokemon Worlds.
I wish that I had watched. I wish I had watched, because I know Steve from Pokemon Cast did a whole recap on what they show at Worlds or whatever.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
I didn't watch it, so I don't know off the top of my head.
They debuted. Is Lumi actually frozen?
No, you told me to pause.
He's trying.
All right.
But no.
Is there anything else you can think of just to give?
There's last year they showed. Last year was kind of a big one. It was they showed the signature moves and the official typings and official reveal of Iron Crown, Raging Bull. They showed us some moves like Psychic Noise
one,
and Upper Hand.
Yeah.
They did the tease for the most depressing gimmick ever, the Stellar typing.
True. That.
And then they also revealed the starters returning in Blueberry Academy.
Okay.
Year before that was
that was like a proper trailer.
Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I would say that's the most proper trailer we've gotten.
So it's not
Worlds.
too out of the question,
Absolutely not. Just there's some stuff, and I'll get into it, but I'll list the stuff like you said. For Scarlet and Violet base game, they showed Cyclozar. They also revealed its signature move, Shed Tail, and I think they showed some items.
It wasn't as big as the DLC Worlds, actually.
No.
It was just here's Cyclozar, which was cool to get a reveal of a new Pokemon, but that was that and a few moves items.
They also showed Terra Blast, and I think they showed the loaded dice and stuff. Mm-hmm. But then the year before that was actually interesting because there was no Worlds, because that was when we were in that COVID era, and so Worlds was pushed back a lot. The year that Sword and Shield was coming out, they didn't show any new Pokemon. They only showed some abilities, they showed, I think, Mirror Armor for Corviknight and Neutralizing Gas for Weezing.
Yeah, I remember that.
And some items like the Room Service item that lowers your speed when Trick Room's activated. And then before that, you had Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Did they reveal? It was either Lycanroc Z move or maybe it was Blacephalon Stakataka at
That would make
Bro,
sense.
Ultra
I
Mega
do not
Worlds.
remember at all.
I don't remember, but I know there was a reveal there.
All right.
I think it was a Z move.
Yeah, I think that's really good
then
context. So we're not like
Sun and Moon was Brawler.
we're not
Because that's the greatest trailer they've ever done.
yeah, dude, they were like Brawler is going to be a competitive Pokemon.
Yeah, they were like, this competitive monster. They show it taking out
It's not
Mega
even fully
Kangaskhan.
evolved.
Yeah. And its evolution sucks too.
But that's listen,
was like,
in terms of news, that is substantial. A brand new Pokemon is exciting. So I think I think that is enough context just so we get it out there for people who are unfamiliar. I
did a prediction on Twitter already.
Great.
One thing that I predicted was in this same vein, because it feels like that's something that they would do. For the presents, I don't know, maybe I'll give you my prediction first.
Yeah, give us the prediction.
I just think that they could show off like one Mega or like
I was going to say
new
that.
Megas.
Yeah.
It takes nothing for them to do this because they don't have to show the game. They don't have to show, like how Megas are going to work. They don't have to show anything except for a new Mega design. And that's it. And I said, that's the post right there, Dusty, if you want to click on it. Like the quote tweeted one.
That's a cool mom right there.
I was like, how genius would it be if they just show a Mega
new
Greninja?
Mega, yeah. Because that is totally true. Because and what that tells me, because so even if there's no competitive in Pokemon Legends ZA, which might not be the case, there could be competitive in it, right? You could have battles accessible, especially, and I would, that's a different discussion. But even if there's no competitive battling in Legends ZA, if they do show us a Mega, right, that is still battle focused in a way that Brawler, the fighting crab, is relevant to competitive, right? It's not it's not actually competitive, but it symbolizes competition, right?
Right.
And also what they could do is like, and then we do a full 3-hour episode speculating on how that could potentially prove that we get Megas in Gen 10, right?
Yes, exactly. That's another thing is like, so what? There's no, I mean, this is more niche, maybe that's not the right word, but like if there's no competitive in Legends ZA, who cares? These Megas are going to last past that, and they still will be competitive eventually. So it's like, does it count? Kind of. I don't know, but also they would have no like confirmation of that. So they just be like, is this Mega going to be in Legends ZA, and we're going to get competitive in
I hope
competitive Megas in Legends ZA? Like there'd be a lot of speculation. It'd be fun for them to just throw one out like the first time we got Mega Mewtwo Y, just shock everyone kind of thing.
No, totally.
The thing is, too, though, like, how would that reveal work? And what I mean by that is we have not gotten gameplay footage of this game. This wouldn't,
though. It would just be that.
It would just be like, here's a picture of
This is how they used to reveal these Pokemon.
We already know.
Before Gen 7, this is how they revealed Pokemon.
Yeah. We already know that there's going to be Pokemon Legends ZA, a new Legends game set in Kalos. And we already know that there's going to be Megas. So it's like, it's already all set up to just be like, here's a new Mega for Legends ZA. Like there's no need for them
and they
to
could
go
trickle
into
those
else.
out before even giving us gameplay, like maybe 5 months.
Can I give my dark horse prediction?
Yes.
Because I'm still of the belief that there won't be anything.
Yeah, so me too.
There will be news.
Can I
Come
just
hang out with us during the stream.
Can I lay the foundation for that before you do that? Basically, Ku has said that there seems to be nothing, and like also he's not posting anything, so he's like, if Ku's not saying anything about it, maybe there's not much going on. I still have hope because sometimes he doesn't know about dates and times and all that, and you never know what the Pokemon company's going to do. But as for like a presents, it doesn't seem like there would be a presents. It should be this week or the week after, and if there was a presents, or if there even is any news, it's like, is it going to be anything related to Legends ZA? There's so much time before it probably comes out. Ku has also said something about like it's the main focus of Pokemon Day 2025. So it's like, how far along, how much information are we actually going to get on Legends ZA this year, period? So, and like, when would they start that? Probably later in the year, not in August. So it's like, we don't really know if we're going to get anything, and most of us doubt that we're going to get anything because we've heard whispers of people being like, there's nothing Legends ZA. So it's just like, maybe we'll get Unite news, and maybe we'll get TCG news. We'll definitely get Pokemon Pocket news.
The Pocket
which
news
I'm excited about.
There's a demo for it at Worlds.
That's So it could be
like
that.
there's news in that, you know what I mean? Like, because people are going to report on, oh yeah, I played the demo. This is how it works. So there's going to be news at least in that regard.
That's like their star of this year so far, anyway. Like that Pokemon TCG Pocket game is like, you know.
And we should get a release date for that soon. I mean, you figure we're in August. It's releasing this year.
Shoot, they might just release it right after this.
4 months that it could release.
I'm excited to play
They might release it at Worlds. That'd be wild.
Insane.
I'm just saying, like, closing ceremony. Because what are they going to do for the closing ceremony?
Yeah. And it is relevant to Worlds because one of the competitions in Worlds is TCG. So that actually is super relevant.
See, but then also, like, the flip side of that is, you know, I mentioned that VGC, like, they typically focus on that, so they didn't give Let's Go news. Well, the flip side is TCG Pocket won't be it. You know, that won't have a circuit.
Yeah.
You know,
right.
so
as far as you know, we don't really know.
Yeah, I guess.
No,
that's
I don't
true.
think it's gonna. It's a.
I don't
a
think it will.
game.
But right. Yeah, but
I get what you're saying.
I think. So my dark horse prediction. So like, and Soul, I definitely want to go back to your predictions. This was relevant to what you were saying about your predictions.
I only have a little left to say, so that's good.
Well, this is relevant to your Megas thing, because what I was thinking was, what's the big thing that everyone's wanting to know about Legends EA right now?
The starters.
So what if?
That's also possible.
What if they reveal to us? I'm gonna pick a random lineup. It's right there on my bookshelf.
No.
Totodile, Turtwig,
Snivy, and Litten. That's my prediction.
Totodile, Snivy,
Lock
Litten.
it in.
I don't actually think it'll be Totodile, Turtwig, Charmander. That's just I happen to have 3 on my shelf there. But let's say that's Totodile, Snivy, Litten. If they show us that it is 3 starters from different regions, like in the original Legends, rather than, you know, the Kalos starters, then automatically everybody's going to know that they're going to get a new form of some kind. So they know we know that. So imagine they reveal the starters like this, and then the screen cuts to black, and you hear the Mega Evolution symbol, implying that the final forms of these will get Megas.
I can see that. So it's
such
still
a big reveal.
Hint.
It'd be a huge reveal.
It would be, but like they don't have to show us the Megas. It's just literally like hinting at, you're getting a Mega for Alligator Superior.
And you know what? That's actually great, because all that does, that basically would be maybe not as big as, but that is a big enough reveal to get us through another couple months with no news, right?
Yeah.
They're not going to be like, here's, like, I don't know, like, the professor is Sycamore's daughter. Like, that, who cares? Like, give us something giant. Give us something giant that's going to hold us over, right? For the next like month or so, right? I think a starter reveal would be that, especially with the hint of a Mega. Man. Oh, come on.
Professor Sycamore's daughter will be the professor.
Oh boy.
I don't know.
You'll get more news November of this year. Goodbye.
What's her name going to be?
Another thing that could happen is, y'all remember last year at Worlds, like I said, they did do the thing with Raging Bolt and all that. They gave us that trailer.
Yeah.
But they also, like Joe Merrick was there, you know, Sarah B, Philly Beats You was there. They always invite creators. And they invited all these creators to a tea ceremony. And then they gave them a little box hinting at a little reveal around a tea Pokemon. And that ended up being Poltergeist. Wow. So maybe we get not news, but like tease at the next news, you know what I mean? Like in that same vibe.
Sure.
Where they didn't reveal Poltergeist, but they revealed Poltergeist is coming, kind of, you know, like there's a bunch of Pokemon that we're going to reveal later.
That's honestly my full hopeful prediction, is that I just can't underestimate. People are saying there's going to be nothing, but you can't underestimate how much Game Freak want to be like, or the Pokemon Company probably more than Game Freak want to be like, hey, don't forget, Legends EA is still coming. You know, like, so like something right at the end, just a little tease. Even if they just put the freaking logo up and that's all we get, I do think that they're going to be like,
they need to acknowledge
don't forget,
it.
in 2025, here's Legends EA, it's coming at some point. And maybe they do the release date.
No, that's a great point.
Maybe it's just the release date. You know what I mean?
That's like, a great point, because it's like if they don't start acknowledging that this game exists, it's like, what was the point of them revealing it in February? You know,
Absolutely.
we're like 6 months out now from February, and it's like we've heard nothing. It's been a half a year.
I have so we were discussing this a little bit in our Discord. Shameless plug for our Discord. Become a member or patron.
Yes, please.
But our good friend and also our Discord moderator, Yori Yordan, was saying that she was like one thing that she had predicted was she was like, I could see like them doing, and they're obviously not doing this, but they should have, a new trailer just to have rolling at Worlds. You know what I mean? Like, and that is like a so obvious why.
Okay, yeah. That. So it can just play up on the monitors.
Like, so for example, when you're watching the stream, there'll be breaks in between battles, right? And during those breaks, they'll always have a trailer rolling. Like I remember the Scarlet and Violet DLC Teal Mask trailer was rolling at Worlds, and Yori was saying like it was perfect opportunity for them to have like do a new Legends EA trailer, so you have a new trailer that's rolling around during the commercial breaks and at the venue at Worlds. And obviously they're not doing that, but it's like, come on, you know?
No, definitely. Yeah. That's a good point.
Oh, man. But I do think... Look, here's the thing. We will get news at Worlds. We will. It'll be for Pocket at least. I don't know. It's such a difficult thing for me because on the one hand, I feel like there's a lot of points against it. It's not a VGC game. But on the other hand, if it has new megas, well, that's something that will impact VGC down the road. And then also... you have the fact that, like you said, Soul, you know, they're wanting to remind us that this is a thing, especially since they haven't reminded us it's a thing in the last 6 months. We do normally get news around this time. There's so many points against it, and there's so many points for it.
Yeah, and watching this trailer from last year is really making me realize how much they did push and introduce all of these new like elements in Pokemon. Well, this is a full-on trailer.
Sell it though. They were trying to sell the DLC
exactly. So
they didn't have much to go off of either.
So I guess I totally agree. And my point is, if there's not a game going to come out, if there's not a new game this holiday season, is there anything that they could put into Scarlet and Violet that might actually sell? No. Could it be
Scarlet and Violet's done?
Could it be
it's done?
Could it be the max raids for a shiny Rayquaza?
I mean, there could be a raid, but
but that's
I don't know how.
I mean that would get me to pick up the game for a weekend. Right.
Maybe they do that. Maybe they.
Yeah, but
I think there will be some kind of raid or outbreak announcement because that's something that's been hitting pretty hard.
Yeah. Is there anything competitive that they could add? Like I know all
competitive.
I'm being honest. Like, or I'm.
No.
Like,
I get
serious.
it. It's just that it's done.
Could they add new Pokemon to Scarlet and Violet? Is there anything in Home that they could tweak? Could they?
There's just
could they announce Pokemon ports?
There's no more devs. Listen, there's no more devs working on Scarlet and Violet. If that makes sense. Like, there's nobody else working. They're done. They're off of the project. So, like, there's like a few people just putting out raids here and there. Like, so I don't think that's a possibility at all. Right, but I do agree with Lumi on all those points. There is also the point that they have been hyping up Worlds as like a Pokemon news event. Like it's almost on par with Pokemon Day.
Yeah.
For how big of a Pokemon event it is. So
no, absolutely.
There's points against and points for there being something.
So did you guys get all your predictions out?
Yep. And I think
that's about everything. To sum up.
All right.
Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
To sum up, nothing.
And then
we are not expecting anything.
Before we log off, there's a couple more things I do want to just mention quickly. This was brand new. From like a day or so ago, maybe even just this morning. Actually, I think
it was last night. Actually,
there are reports. Lumi, you can set this up, but there are reports that there is going to be a quote unquote Pokemon live action show on Netflix. It's still in development. And the rumor is that the focus of this character will be Pokemon Trainer Red.
Yeah, so
live action.
For context, this is coming from someone that this is not like official news. So like this has not been announced. This is not official. But this guy, his name is Daniel RPK. He is big in like the movie industry. Like he's not like a director or anything, but he has like scoops from the director industry. He is the coup of the movie industry, if you will. He actually does a lot of like Marvel and Star Wars leaks.
Right.
And there's actually a subreddit called Marvel Studio Spoilers that anytime there's a Marvel leak. Yeah, I frequent it. Anytime he posts in there, or anytime like he makes a post, or anybody makes a post, they'll put it on their subreddit. And then what they do too that I love is that each leaker, they take, and for listeners, I did quotations around leaker, they will take their total scoops, look at how many are right, how many are wrong, and score them. So they say that overall, so including his Marvel scoops, DC scoops, Star Wars, all of Daniel RPK's scoops, he has gotten 78.52% of his scoops right. And something to think about
somebody
is,
should do that with Coup, by the way. Somebody should.
Oh yeah, someone should. But
I'm not going to take that on. But
something to think about is movies change so much in development. Like a big thing is that like it's recently come out that the Deadpool and Wolverine movie was originally supposed to feature Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider. And that obviously didn't happen. But just to say that movies do have plans and then they change them sometimes last minute. So this guy has not a low score. 79% is still great. But that score could be coming from the stuff that he's wrong about could be coming from stuff that he said, like maybe Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider will be in this, and then it ends up being changed.
Yeah, so the idea is that this information is, maybe even more effective and potent than it's kind of letting on. So I think what's exciting,
2 years from the 30th anniversary, so this lines up greatly.
Yeah,
right?
That's what I said in that post. I'm like, this is a 30th anniversary.
Yeah, just like release. The 20th anniversary was pushing hard the Detective Pikachu movie.
Right, what was when did that other anime come out? What was it? Origins? Pokemon Origins?
Yeah,
Origins.
Was it the 25th anniversary?
That was X and Y. That was X and Y because it debuted Mega Charizard X. So it was 2013. So I don't think that was like a big anniversary year.
This is different than that though. This is live action. It's
listen.
It's
this could be
bigger.
so cringe. I really don't want this to be like an Avatar type of thing.
Well, you know who he said's playing Red. Chris Pratt is playing Red.
Get out. That's a joke. That's a joke. Listeners, that's a joke.
For a second, I believed you. I was like, Chris Pratt. And then I thought
probably
about it.
Will be.
No.
Yeah.
Chris Pratt is playing Pikachu. His only lines are Pikachu, but it will be in Chris Pratt.
What if we actually get the Danny DeVito Pikachu?
No. Oh,
no,
God.
We should get Ryan Reynolds back.
Ryan Reynolds plays Pikachu, but again, his only lines are Pikachu.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think what something else that usually happens is leaks come out and new information can come out right as they're being passed on and right as they're being passed on during the process of like a marketing push. So I'm thinking maybe this information is getting out and maybe they announce
because
something.
It'll be at Worlds.
Yeah, maybe
I thought about it maybe being at Worlds as well. That'd be fun. That'd be cool.
Even just like a title of this would be incredible.
Yeah, because then it would because all we've ever heard about this is that there is a live action Pokemon show for Netflix in development. And it was years ago. And now, see, this is important because it's like it's reportedly still in development. So it's still happening. It didn't get canceled.
Now, you know what's scary about this, though? There was a while back, there was a leak that Netflix had planned to do a live-action Legend of Zelda series, and when it leaked, Nintendo got so nervous, they went, nope, and they scrapped the whole thing because they got nervous that it leaked.
Wow.
Is there is a Legend of Zelda movie coming out, though. Now.
Yeah, and that's a different thing, and they got to officially announce that. It didn't get leaked.
I thought you were talking about that.
There is some fear that, like, if stuff leaks about this, maybe
this is
plug again.
The leak is that it's still in
for a long
development.
time.
Yeah,
this has been known for a long time. So
crazy. What do you guys think this story would even be, though? Because I don't really know how good of a story I think the Pokemon story would be. I don't think
Red is such a empty kind of character. Like there's not much. You're just living through him in the game. They can put so much into it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they can build up his backstory and who he is and all this stuff.
What do they do? Because you cannot, and Origins even showed this, right? You cannot faithfully show someone going through 8 gyms, Elite Four.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think that's a good story. I don't think it's a good story.
Probably around Team Rocket. Then.
Yeah, I would say around Team Rocket for sure.
They would have to do something unique, though. It can't just be a recap. There's always a lot of
Oh, I'm sure there'd be a twist on it.
No, I know, but
we follow the pattern, though. It would follow the pattern.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope the pattern is kind of in the background, and the main story should be something else. Like, because we all know the story. It's not going to be interesting at all. Like, okay, great. Red's going to be Team Rocket.
If you read this post that I posted, you don't have to right now, but I'm just saying, like, it's exactly what makes sense. It's it takes him through all of these things, and you can do like all these story arcs where it's like he's in Lavender Town, he goes through the Ghost Tower. It's not interesting, but it's like going back to Kanto. It's like a literal remake of Kanto, but like on TV, so like you relive Kanto, but in a different way.
No, that's actually really cool for people.
You can't rule out multiple seasons, right? Like season 1 covers gyms 1 through 4. Season 2 mainly detours and covers like the Team Rocket stuff with Lavender Town and Silphco. Season 3 kind of wraps it all up, stuff like that,
Oh, sure. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, if that's the case, if they break it up and we have 10 episodes, before, like, the first stretch is like the beginning to like Lieutenant Surge before Dark Cave, that's kind of cool because there's so much there. That's kind of cool. But if they're just, what I'm imagining is Pokemon, maybe not Pokemon Origins. What is it? There's one that goes through the Kanto. It's like Pokemon Legends or Pokemon Elite.
Origins, Generations, Evolutions.
Maybe Generations.
All of those.
It's you follow Red through Kanto, and it's the most cookie cutter story. Because it's the story that we play. And to me, I'm like, if they're just doing that in live action, what's the point?
No, it would be different, bro. The way I think
and also, too, that kind of is how they do it. Like, the One Piece show is just the One Piece arc.
Shoot.
Like, I mean, it
so
might
I have
be
the wrong
that, but it's
expectations
celebratory, though. Like, you're saying that would be boring, but, dude, like, you're going to see live action, the story of Red.
I don't know if I want live action Pokemon.
That's like saying a Harry Potter movie won't work because I have the books.
Yeah. Also, it's mostly about character building. It's not about like what the character is doing, but just like how the character is reacting.
And we
to
get
all
more
these
lore, and we
that...
see these characters in new places, and like we get details of like a certain area. Okay, I get what you're saying.
Like I added in that Leaf and Gary would be with him. They, like the three of them going along on their own.
That would be cool, honestly.
It would, and it'd be awesome to see all these things.
What are the Pokemon going to look like? Yeah, anyways. All right, we got to keep
going. The live-action Pokemon give me pause.
We can talk about this more in the future. But I guess
we should do a whole video on this, honestly.
Definitely. Maybe we'll have Jake on. I wanted to just bring this up because I think there's a possibility that maybe they announce it at Worlds. I think that's significant, and it's kind of like it's kind of removed from gaming, even though it's so like that way, even though it's not competitive, it's still relevant.
It's so celebratory, though. I think they would save it for a Pokemon Day purely because, like, Pokemon Day is the day that Red and Blue came out, or Red and Green, rather.
I really hope it happens.
So,
I hope it happens.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
We got one more story here that maybe we can do a deeper dive later on, but I wanted to touch on it right now because it has been going around, and we are aware of it. It seems that Game Freak is seeking... This is a whole discussion, but I just wanted to bring it up.
This is a whole episode.
Yeah, Game Freak is seeking new talent for future projects. We've got a whole list of everything that they're looking at. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but it is interesting to see that they're growing. Obviously, Game Freak's always going to be hiring new people for new projects. I did just want to bring this up since we are doing a more topical episode. I don't know if you guys have any thoughts on this.
They fire people and they hire people.
Yeah, this is kind of nothing burger to me.
Yeah, that's what's sad about, like, if we were to talk about it. I mean, we can talk about what it could imply, but mostly it's crazy the openings. But the thing is that they, unfortunately, it's kind of like a revolving door around there. Right. So people are in and out. What
I'm hearing is major company is hiring people. Imagine that, Guess what? Disney World's hiring too.
Sure.
It would be
not really anything.
The hopeful look at it, or the what's the right word? I don't know, view or whatever, would be that they would be keeping a bunch of people and they would be hiring a bunch of people. Yeah. And that would strengthen them. And that is possible.
Yeah.
But, we don't know. So that's the short.
I've also heard some rumors, and I don't really know if I want to reveal them right now. This information was given to me. I don't really want to reveal it, but I do think there's some deeper implications here that might come out in the future, depending on if the source that I'm thinking of, the source that I've heard from, is able to publish their scoop. So yeah, maybe we'll revisit this in the future, but I think there are some larger implications about what's kind of going on with Game Freak as we move into the future.
We so talking off camera.
Yeah, we'll talk off camera. Yeah. We'll talk.
I know, Dusty. I have to confirm Dusty's source, so we'll make sure that it's.
Have you heard something?
No, I haven't. I'm just saying.
I'll let you guys know off camera.
I'll see where it's coming from.
Yeah, but overall, Pokemon Worlds is coming up. I'm excited. I think this is also just a fun time of the year, right? I think.
I'm so excited.
Even going back 10 years ago, like, it's so much fun watching the actual tournament happen and watching the matches and seeing victors. This is our esports, right? This is fun, right?
Pokemon Worlds for the next Olympics.
2024. I know, right?
Oh, heck yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
I want to see it.
But we will be right here on this channel. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe and look for our stream. It's going to be this weekend. And it's gonna be fun. We'll just be hanging out. We'll be commentating, right, as if this is ESPN, right? We're gonna be commentating the tournaments. That's gonna be a lot of fun, and then also reacting to whatever new news we get. That's gonna be a ton of fun. How about we thank our?
I love reacting to nothing.
Yeah. Do you? Let's thank our Patreon and YouTube channel members.
Okay, so we want to give a special shout out to our mythical tier supporters: Indiana Jenkins, Ryan, Candace Wendy's Case, Coronet Highlander, Tyler Lowe 15, Sully the Skeleton, Matt Hale, and the Pokey Kiddo 1. We want to give an even bigger shout out to our Arceus tier supporters, Young, Smokey, and Hayes, and a Gigantamax size shout out to our Game Freak Inc. level supporters, Drogain, Bramtastic, and Rilo. Thank you all so much.
You guys. Yeah, this is incredible.
So many.
And it's also great to just chat with you guys all the time in the Discord. That's also like a ton of fun. Dude, the battle thing that we got going on right now, the tournament, has been a ton of fun. The Battle League. I've been battling people on my Switch. I've actually dusted off my Switch, and I've been battling people in the Discord as an Elite Four member. It's been so much fun.
He's tough too. I can vouch.
Yeah, Lumi, that was a tough battle last night.
That was a tough battle.
So Lumi went through you got all your 8 badges.
I did it with my Paldea team too.
That's fun.
Nice.
And so Lumi challenged me. We battled last night. It got down to literally the last turn. Like, if I had clicked one separate move, I would have prevented him from getting past me as an Elite Four member. Super fun. So you're gonna have to join into the fray at some point.
I would just lose. That's the problem. I'd make it to the second gym, and then I'd be like.
Also, if you're interested in supporting the podcast and you want to get some merch to represent us, we got a ton of merch on our site, shop.hiddenpowerpodcast.com. You can also just go to hiddenpowerpodcast.com and navigate to the shop. We got these great celebratory Olympic, I can't say that legally, but even though I just said it, it's the 2024 Kalos World Tournament merch. These are designed by Noivi. We got the Lumiose tower on the back. To celebrate, Pokemon Legends ZA, and on the front
in Paris.
In Paris, right? And in a little celebratory
in Lumiose.
There's some color there's like 5 shiny unknown H's right there. We also got this great design, Hidden Legacy.
Epic.
Yeah, this is dude, my wife, I always buy these shirts and she ends up wearing them. They're so comfortable. And then I can't even get mad because I'm like, great, wear the shirt. That makes me happy. But also, I can't wear it tomorrow on the podcast. That's why I'm not wearing it right now. But we got these awesome shirts in a ton of different colors. Shout out to Noivi. Shout out to all of the supporters. You guys have. We were talking off air, like, the podcast has grown so much. This is the deadest period we've been in for ad revenue, but you guys are going crushing, and we're growing quicker and quicker. We're about to hit 6,000 subs. We're on our way to 10,000. Pokemon Worlds. We'll see you there. You guys have anything else to share?
2025 Pokemon Worlds expenses paid. Hashtag it in the comments.
Yeah, hashtag.
Yes, expenses paid. 2025.
Tell the Pokemon company to send us there.
One more thing. Wait, do we just think of the same thing? Do we just think of the same thing?
I probably not, but go ahead.
Okay, so I haven't even confirmed this, but I saw something that is the next 2028 Olympics going to be in LA, or did I see that?
I think so. Yes.
I don't know,
But that's going to be 2028.
Gen 11. Gen 10 is in California.
2020.
Gen 11 wouldn't be until 2029, though. And also, this is the Olympics. It wouldn't have anything.
No,
to do
I
with
know.
Pokemon.
Not the same
but there's a crossover, right? The Kalos, we're getting a Kalos game, and we just had the Paris Olympics. What if we go to LA and now the new game? We're gonna have a game in California. Listen,
Look at Mr. Fantastic.
it's a fun idea. It's a fun idea. What was your brain blast?
Yeah,
mine actually, Dusty, we might be in sync because mine wasn't far off from that. I just wanted to throw in my predictions for where the next Worlds will be located because they'll announce it on the closing ceremonies. Yeah. I think it'll be in Florida.
Oh yeah, let us know in the comments where you think the next Worlds is gonna be, dude. If it's in Florida, bro, we will be there.
You guys have to come here.
I will. If it's in Florida, I will be there. Dude, 7 out of 6 times.
Imagine it's in New York. Lumi wouldn't come.
I wouldn't.
I would go.
You better go.
You guys. Boots. They touched Yankee soil.
Come on, dude. We gotta have we gotta do an in-person podcast.
We gotta cut that out.
Yosemite Sam.
Yeah.
All right. Good to see you guys.
All right.
We still don't have an outro. We'll see you soon. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.